Hello and welcome to Tabletop Cinema, a game where the Dungeon Studios team will review a clip from a movie or a TV show and determine the roles on a D&D table in order to make that scene happen. I'm your host, Josh McGinnis. Tonight we're joined by Mr. Content, Sean Carroll.
Hello and welcome everybody.
Also joining us is the man from Down Under, Mr. Aaron Fire.
G'day, g'day.
Followed by my guy Ty down there.
Yes, sir. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm doing good, my guys and girl.
And behind the scenes, joining us, we have a man who may or may not have all of his toes, Mr. Todd Rucktischel.
Greetings and salutations, illustrious viewers. Welcome.
And deep, deep, deep back there in the background is where I keep my little brother, Caleb McGinnis.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, he's not allowed to come out of the basement.
All right, close the door. All right.
Okay.
Tonight,
Back in there.
the
Turn
clip
the
we
light
are
on.
going to be reviewing is from The Witcher. Let's check it out.
Which one, Josh? Performance,
Yeah.
definitely performance.
Pretty
Yep,
good.
definitely performance.
Nice tune. Been a while since I heard it last.
Failed perception.
Folk have forgotten it.
Oh yeah, she failed that for sure.
Got other things on their mind.
Things like me.
Persuasion.
They paid me for you.
Failed persuasion.
Times past. No amount of coin would convince a witcher to take this.
Persuasion with advantage.
Times have changed.
Using shape change ability or some such.
Oh yeah.
Now I'm gonna speak for everybody here in that moment. Everybody was wishing for a slip of that nip.
Time to juice up.
Censorship would have been a bit annoying to deal with in editing.
So, what potion do you think he's popping there?
Oh, that's
Potion of acid blood.
Hey,
that's the chemical that turns on his Witcher abilities.
Oh, okay.
Perception and
Yeah, they all have to
investigation.
take it
They're all
before
potions.
combat.
They're all potions. They all do different stuff. That one, because she's a blood drinker of some kind, it's probably heated blood, so it will do damage to her.
They can't have any kids.
Oh, invisibility.
I gotta remember that one day.
Dramatic.
Around DM.
Dramatic.
Oh!
Ooh, grappling.
You still hoping for that nip flip, Sean?
I mean, that booty.
Oh,
And there she goes for the bite.
Yeah, she's gonna wish she never did that.
vampirism. Is that what we're gonna call that? Vampirism?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something along those
Well,
lines. Not quite
think
there,
she's
but it's
vampire.
close.
Vampiric touch.
Yeah, there she goes. If you see poison
Yeah.
blood, essentially.
Right.
Now she's weak. Yeah.
Magic missile.
Yeah, it's like a magic missile, Eldritch Blast or
Yeah,
something.
that was like Thunder Step or something. Thunder Wave, Thunder Wave.
Definitely a couple of fighters, but definitely second winded by now.
She's using dash action to get out of there. Oh. He's got that +9 dex to his shots.
Yep.
Oh, wait. Oh, he got the meat hook out.
There it is. That booty.
Okay, so he's
that booty,
poisoned.
Tom.
He's poisoned.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
So-
failed his poison save.
That
lot of
scene
combat
was
in that.
loaded with a lot of deck saves. There was some magic going on there.
Yeah,
Various
real
different
quick,
types
too.
of spells. I'm curious on what you guys would actually classify her as. So yeah, let's go. Let's start with that.
Vampire.
I would
Vampire.
say she's a vampire spawn. I don't think she's a full
Um,
vampire. I think she's a vampire spawn.
I was kind of leaning towards like a hag that had some type of vampire streak in her or something along those lines. I wouldn't quite say vampire. I'd say more like a demon monster type of deal, but something that shares similarities with vampires for sure. With the blood draining
I'm
and all
going
that.
vampire spawn because it was purely melee based, and even though it bit him, he didn't turn into a vampire.
So being
There are
Well, he's a
heavy
witcher.
similarities with vampires.
I know like just a little bit about the Witcher. So like they were like poisoned as children, the Witchers, and
Uh-huh.
like beaten toward whatever. And
I mean,
you know, like they have a
poisoned-
unique
I wouldn't
type
really
of
say
blood.
poison,
To,
I'd say
they have a
experimented
they
on.
have a unique type of blood to them. So when that's why I think right away
Yeah.
a vampire, because as soon as she took the bite and started sucking, you know, she's like, yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
And then he looks up and he's like, nah, you know, and then she's like,
Yeah.
That was the potion that he drank at the barn store. It doesn't necessarily change the blood per se. The poisoning they deal with when they're children actually transforms their body. A lot of them just end up dying outright from it, but the few
So-
that don't become wicked,
Really?
and they
That-
can.
Really?
That reaction that she had when she bit him, did that come via the potion?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
all because of the potion. Because
Right.
you'd see it
That
when
was
like
it,
he
that
had
was the
that
potion.
nosebleed or whatever,
Potion,
and then
like,
the
before they
droplet
started
of blood.
fighting, he dropped the boat.
Yeah, the droplet of blood that fell onto the ground when he like just before he entered the barn. That was
Just
like
didn't the
acidic
potion
or
like
whatever. It
change
was
his eye
poison
color
blood
or something
essentially.
like that? Didn't the potion change
Yeah,
whatever his
so-
eyes were?
Typically, when he drinks
Yeah.
the potion, there will be eye color change because it's a mutation that's happening. A Witcher essentially has the ability to drink these type of potions to mutate their own body to do certain things. If a normal human were to drink that potion, they'd probably just outright die. But
Well,
a
if you were to
Witcher's
look at
body
that-
can sustain that.
Yeah, if you were to look at that clip again, the blood droplet sizzled when it hit the ground.
Yeah, so it's kind
You
of
know,
like a
so-
poison blood essentially, or acidic
Yeah.
blood, or something along those lines.
Yeah, and she
Wow.
was just
That's what I
a
was
dumb
saying.
vampire bitch. She didn't know any better.
Yeah, he's Geralt's very experienced, so he knows what
I mean,
he's dealing with.
also, if
He knows what to do before a combat.
if it's a D&D monster, to me, it has to be a spawn because even like if like let's say the blood did nothing to the vampires to the thing, right? It still wouldn't have turned him
Right.
because
right.
Witcher blood is different.
Mm.
I'd
It would
agree
still
with
been
that.
Fine. So it's like it
I
has
would-
to be a spawn because I feel like it would take an actual true vampire that's like a powerful enough vampire to actually bite a Witcher and turn it.
I got
I
a
would
mark real
argue that a Witcher would have immunity to disease trait feature.
Right.
So even if a full-fledged
I can see
vampire
that.
bit them,
Yeah.
I'd say they still wouldn't probably.
I mean, but
turn, or
isn't a
even
Witcher
werewolf.
just a blood hunter though?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what would you classify a
Kinda
Witcher
similar.
as in D&D?
So
So
Witcher to me is a blood hunter. A Witcher to me is a blood hunter.
a blood hunter is probably the
They're-
closest
they're
we
really-
would get
they're-
to
they're-
officially.
Each subclass of blood hunter is dedicated to like a certain type of creature that they're really good at killing. That's what Witchers do. They slay monsters. It could or you could argue if it's not a blood hunter, you could argue for ranger, like monster slayer or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, could you,
Yeah.
I suppose.
Blood hunter though, dude. Nice.
I'd
Okay,
probably
I can-
lean more towards blood hunter though.
That's what I would
Just
say
because
blood hunter.
use of magic and stuff like that.
Okay.
Okay,
And if
real
you want
quick,
to,
there's-
and specifically, if you want to say like what, if you want to make a Witcher character, you would probably go the mutation blood hunter, the mutation domain blood hunter, where it's like you have the different potions that have like
Right.
good effects and then bad effects on your body, so that's more that it's more Witcher accurate.
Yeah,
So-
that would probably be.
I really
I don't
think
play
that
blood hunters
when,
very often, but that's a good call.
when he took the drink, you know, he prepped. He knew what he was going for. He was hired to get the job done, and he had the means to do so. So I think that during the confrontation, that The Witcher had Geralt. He had like pluses and advantage, like tremendously on this creature.
I
He's
would-
Like without a
either
doubt, he had such a solid reflex. When there was a scene where he casted like this fire shield when something was thrown at him, he knew to pull out that what was it, like silver powder. He like heard that creak noise and was like crack it, you know what I mean? He
I
got
I
it.
said blood hunter because it's like it's like a witcher is intelligent. Like it's like
Yeah.
they're that's what their main thing. Like they're really fucking smart, and so like that's what blood hunter's main thing is. It's like dex, intelligence, and maybe
They're
like
predators. Yeah, they're
I
predators.
would.
like they're really good at whatever their specialization is, and that's why I also argued Monster Slayer Ranger, because it's like monstrosities is like the things
Right.
witchers hunt, like wendigos
Right.
and all that other crazy. So
Going
it's
off
like,
of
yeah,
what-
you could
Going off of
argue
what?
both of those, but I would argue more for Blood Hunter over Ranger, even though Monster Slayer is probably like the perfect class for like a witcher.
It has to be
I-
a homebrew class.
I would. Thank you. I would argue with what Sean was saying that Witcher. I can't even remember what I was going to say. The Witcher is just an experienced fighter, so he's not necessarily with the potion. He gets all that experience. Potion would more so just be poisoning his blood because he knows that she's going to try to take a bite at him at some point during the fight, so he's prepped for that attack. All the other stuff is just battle experience. He's like at least level 14, if not 16 or 18.
Oh
So,
yeah.
He's just got battle experience. He's done this type of stuff a lot. So he's been at this point in the story, he's been around for like 400 plus years.
Yeah.
He's old. Witches are all they're not
Yeah,
immortal,
witches do
but they
live a
age
long-ass
really
time,
slow.
yeah. There's a witcher live a
Dunedain, Lord of the Rings, unnatural long life.
Yeah, exactly. That's
I mean,
what
but
happens
witches
with
are,
witches.
I mean, but witches are basically like science experiments, though.
Right.
Like they
Right.
were made. Like they're not just they're not naturally occurring. Like somebody made them.
Yeah.
Right,
Look,
and
if
they
you
don't
look
have
in-
the formula to make new ones.
Yeah, so
Right,
they
so that's
lost
their-
it during a fight or some such,
Yeah,
I think it was.
so
a
that's
siege.
part of the whole
aren't
thing.
there like second and like third generation like witchers? Like, aren't there different generations of them because each of
I-
them do different shit?
Yeah,
I-
there's a group that's younger than Geralt, and there's a handful of guys who are older than him.
They don't. When a witcher becomes a witcher, to my knowledge, they become infertile, so they don't
Right.
necessarily produce spawn.
Oh,
offspring.
they
Yeah,
don't
they're
have
sterile.
the
Yeah, they can't
making
have
of
kids.
babies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one
That's-
thing about being a
I
witcher.
feel like-
if you undergo that process, you will never have kids.
Right.
That's probably one of the reasons why Geralt and
Yennefer.
oh my god, I can't. Yeah, Yennefer. Thank you. That's one of the reasons why they probably get along so well. It's a contributing factor because they're both infertile. Yennefer had to become infertile to
to be a witch.
get over. To like get over her deformities or whatever the fuck it was.
Right.
I'm not 100% on the.
It was a
Question,
magic spell.
But-
Are we still in that like underwater cave thing, or did we leave?
So, real quick,
In the campaign.
I
we're still in
think
there.
that what it boils
Still
down
indicated.
to. Hold on. I think what it boils down to is that if you're infertile, you just get this natural instinct to become an asshole-ish killing machine.
Gee,
Well,
Yeah.
no, that happened before. That the infertile came before that. So, oh yeah, I kind of.
So the whole territory just kind of came natural, right? Yeah.
I can kind of get where you're coming from, but yeah, half and half maybe.
but that was a good climactic end.
Yeah, well,
Absolutely, it's a good clip in general, and I'd like to thank you guys for joining us tonight, watching this clip with us, and going over what we thought the roles were. If you'd like to comment down below what you think the roles are, please feel free, because we'd love to check them out. Other than that, you can head over to the Facebook page for Dungeon Studios, check out some of our other content, And thank you for joining us.
And until next time.